I'm Darcy Long. This is my Hj47, it's a 1982 model. I've had it about 2 years. I pulled it out of a paddock and spent about 8 months restoring it, getting it ready for my trip. I started a trip April this year, went across South Australia, up the west coast, across the top, did the Gib, a few new rattles in it, through to Darwin, and then from Darwin back down through the centre, back to Vic, now up the east coast. This Troopy's got a 12 HT in it. I bought a donor 60 series for the engine, and then I ended up using the seats and diff centers and a few other things just to make it a bit more comfortable and a bit more power. So through the restoration, I did a few other things just to make it a bit more comfortable travelling. Like we've got a 5-speed out of a 60 series in it, and then I got lucky enough to find an aircon to suit. And then yeah, that all paired up with the 12 HT. It gets along all right, sit on 110, no worries. And then yeah, so I put the power steering in it as well, which I had a box and just had to source a few other parts to get that all up and running, but makes a bit of difference. Just running old man ENU nitro charges all around, and then I've just left the original leafs in it. I was waiting to get it all loaded up to see what leafs I needed to put in it, and once it was all loaded it sat pretty good, so I just left what was in it. So I've got the Toyo RTs. I bought 6 of them to do my trip, and I've never had a puncture, so I've still just got the original 4 on them, so I've got 2 new ones sitting there, and being a good tyre, I might just buy another 2, and then I've got a fresh set of 4 for it. So for sleeping arrangements, I've made a bit of a design in the back, so you can sit in there if it's a bit windy or raining, and then the back of the couch slots down into where your feet usually are to make your bed around the fridge. I've dropped the fridge down by cutting out the wheel arch to make it not as high, so it's all level with the bed, so you can put your feet up on the fridge when you sleep. Yeah, I've done a few other things to make it a bit more comfortable. Just the curtains all around block out a bit of light, and then just little things like the drop down table. On the back 2 windows I've got it's like aluminium fly screen mesh with fly wire behind it, so I can keep the windows open at night, keep it a little bit cooler. For my fridge, I run my fridge and like my camp lights and everything just off I've got a Full River, I think it's a 110 amp hour battery, and it's just hooked up with a red arc voltage sensor isolator. I was originally going to put solar on it, and then we sort of didn't really stay at any camps for longer than 3 days, so we found like the battery was enough to run the fridge and lights for that long, and then just charged it up when we're driving. 60 litre angle. I had a 40 before this, and then just doing the bigger trip I stepped up to the 60, and just the way the lid opens worked better within the design, so you can reach into it easy enough from the back without having to climb into the car each time. So for the cooking setup on the trip, I had a Weber on the roof, but I ended up just little Gasmate gas cooker. It's just so simple to set up, especially if you just pull over on the side of the road for lunch. And yeah, just use the table here. I've just got a fold out plastic table that I use. So for storage in the Troopy, I set the bed up so it lifts up. So I've got most of my recovery gear and a few spare hoses and belts under there. And then down the side, I've got the cupboard, which we just use for our wardrobe. And then we had just a black tub that fit in the footwell, just for all our cooking gear. Yeah, all the stuff that you don't put in the fridge. For our camping equipment, I've just got, we pretty much wanted to make it so we were just only needed the Troopy. We didn't need to tow anything or get too much stuff off the roof. So I just put a little, the awning off the back, just with one sidewall. That, if it was hot or a bit of rain or whatever, it just gives you a bit of shade and a bit of coverage. Lighting, I've just got the like magnetic LED light that you can move around to whichever side of the car you're cooking on. And yeah, other than that, it's just pretty much all in the car. So on the front of the Troopy, I've got I think it's an original ARB high mount bar that's had the hoops cut off it at some stage. I found a ute in a paddock and they wanted $200 for the whole ute, so I pretty much bought it for the bar, straightened it up and give it a paint and come up all right. I've got a worn high mount on the front. I found one cheap and stripped it all down, sandblasted it, rebuilt it, put a bigger motor on it, so it's got the 6 horsepower motor on it, and then the Albright solenoid under the bonnet, and then just a set of IPF LEDs for the spotties. Future mods are probably, once I get back home, I'm just going to take it back off the road and fix up a few of the little rust spots that are starting to come through from being on the beach on my travels. Other than that, there's not too much else I want to do to it. It's pretty much set up how I want it at the moment. Least favourite thing about the Troopy would probably be road noise. I've put the car builder's sound deadening right through it, but you still get a bit of wind up around the top of the windscreen, and there's a few other noises from the road that come through pretty strong. But the car builders did make a big difference, and I've put got lucky enough to find an original under bonnet sound deadener too, so that keeps a bit of the engine noise down coming through the windscreen. The thing I probably like most about the 40s, I've got a couple of 40s and they're just unique. You don't see too many of them anymore, and it's just good doing it in something different, something that I've built myself. If I do have a problem with it, I pretty much know where everything is in it because I've done it from scratch, so I haven't had anything slow us down on the road for too long yet. I think next, well, I want to do the Cape. Cape and Tassie are on the bucket list, but I've just got to figure out when and yeah, get a few cars to go with me, I think, or especially the Cape. Tassie should be right by himself.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the first episode of Tour Rig Rundowns. I hope my 40 series looks half as good as Darcy's one day. It's a new series that we're going to be doing. We're really excited about it. Pretty much, we're just going to be showcasing what people are touring in. It doesn't have to be an extreme four-wheel drive. It can just, as long as you're living in it, touring in it, we want to see it and we want to showcase how you're doing it. If you think you've got something that's going to be good for a tour rig rundown, get onto us and we can come to you and we can get it done. Those vlogs of us on Fraser Island with Darcy, doing all the forward driving in our little Hilux, they'll be out in a few months. So if you're new here, please subscribe. We've been traveling around Australia for 12 months now and we've been documenting the whole thing via our YouTube channel. All those episodes are available now to check out. So hopefully I'll see you in the next one, and cheers.